Hello, how are you? Mr. Glenn here again. I'm going to be reading you a book about Easter. The author is Gail Gibbons. I think you will like it. I enjoy this book as much as any of them. So let's talk about Easter. It says Easter Sunday is in the spring. Okay? And if you look up here and there's an Easter lily flower. Okay? It said many years ago, baby Jesus was born. Some people believe that he was the Son of God. When he was ready, he began preaching and teaching. Soon he and the 12 followers called disciples. In the Bible, it is told that he performed many miracles. Here he is teaching. More and more came to listen to him. They found new hope and strength from the words he spoke. Some of them began to say he was the king that they had been waiting for. One day Jesus, a Jew, went to a city called Jerusalem with his disciples to celebrate Passover, the spring festival of the Jews. He rode into Jerusalem on the back of a donkey. Crowds gathered, peddling palm branches on the ground before him. They waved palm branches and cheered, "Blessed is the King of Israel." Jesus ate the Passover meal with his 12 disciples. He said he would be betrayed by one of them and would die. They shared bread and wine. This meal is called the Last Supper. Okay? Afterwards, the disciples followed Jesus to a garden where he went to pray. Jesus had enemies. One of his disciples, Judas, told them where Jesus could be found. The enemy seized him, and the other disciples ran away. Other enemies told Pontius Pilate, the governor of Jerusalem, that Jesus was becoming too powerful. These enemies accused him of breaking laws and of claiming to be God. They wanted him to be put to death. "Crucify him," some of them shouted. Pilate ordered that Jesus be put to death. Jesus was taken to a hill and nailed to a cross. There he died. He was taken down and carried away. The body was placed in a tomb. A huge stone was rolled in front of it. On the third day, after he had died, the stone was found rolled away and the tomb was empty. His followers remembered Jesus telling them that he would rise from the dead. Jesus appeared several times to the followers during the 40 days after his death. Then he ascended into heaven. The death of Jesus on the cross and the miracles he was raising from the dead are the heart of the Easter story. Many Christians go to church to celebrate Easter Sunday. Other candles are lit to remind people that after darkness comes light, and after death comes new life. There are Easter lilies and other spring flowers. They are symbols of new life and hope. Said The word each comes from the word Easter. That's where the word Easter comes from. The goddess of spring. But the time Jesus lived, there were festivals thinking of the god of spring. The egg is a symbol of new life. For thousands of years, it was custom to give eggs as gifts at spring festivals. A part of Easter celebration, some eggs are dyed with beautiful colors. I've done that many times with my children and my grandchildren. I do that. Some eggs are painted, others are decorated. There are Easter egg hunts. Eggs are hidden, and everyone rushed around to see who could find the most. Each Easter, a famous egg rolling contest is held at the White House, where the President of the United States lives. Easter eggs are placed in a beautiful Easter basket with candy and other treats. Many children believe that the Easter Bunny brings them their Easter eggs. This legend began many years ago. There was a story about a woman who dyed eggs for her children at Easter. She hid them in the nest. When the children found the nest, a big rabbit hopped out. They thought that the rabbit brought the eggs, and the story spreads. Families and friends get together for Easter. They may be an Easter ham, a lamb, or sauce. There are Easter parades. Some people dress up in new spring clothes and wear Easter hats. Easter is a religious holiday and much more. It is also a time of hope and joy. I hope you enjoyed that. That's Easter.